The 1947 MVP in the American League was Joe DiMaggio, and it was kind of a controversial pick. Ted Williams was a Triple Crown winner, and he hit batting average about 30 points higher than Joe DiMaggio. But a lot of people thought, and they still do, think that the championship team should produce the MVP, and the best player on the championship team should get the MVP. Another good player on that team was George McQuinn, a guy that a lot of people have not heard of. But George McQuinn had a very big influence on the 1947 Yankees winning the pennant. He was in the late 30s and early 40s, he was considered to be the best defensive first baseman in the American League, and his model glove made by Rawlings was very popular amongst first basemen and young people trying to become first basemen. George Bush, the former president of the United States, kept a George McQuinn model first base glove in the Oval Office during his presidency. He was a very good defensive first baseman, but he also hit .304 with 80 RBIs and 13 home runs in 1947. He could hit as well. McQuinn was a rookie with the Cincinnati Reds in 1936. He struggled, but in 38, his first full season, he hit .324 and .316 the next year. His 39 was probably his best season. He also hit 20 home runs, 13 triples, and 37 doubles. McQuinn was struggling, though, through the war years. He was always good defensively, but because he was a 4F, due to back issues, he could not be drafted into the Army. And that helped St. Louis Browns win the pennant in 1944. The St. Louis Browns had 18 4Fs on their roster, more than any other American League team, and that helped them keep their roster intact through the war pretty much. By 46, McQuinn thought he was done. He hit .225, and Philadelphia released him. The Yankees picked him up, and he revived his career with a .304 average in 47. He was a player who hit the ball to all fields, and McQuinn was a superb first baseman in the 1940s. Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you the Super Series, the champions of the Negro Leagues and the champions of the Major Leagues, the 1947 season. They are the New York Cubans, today at the New York Yankees. We're using Deadball baseball because as far as I know, there are no card companies that produce the New York Cubans 1947 team. Yesterday we played Deadball. I was a little inconsistent with assigning the way I assign the outs, and I'm going to change the color of the dice today. All the 100 rolls will be with orange dice, including the pitcher's die. The one die that will be a different color will be the one that assigns the outs, and that's the 10-sided die. So we'll use orange for the 100 die, gray for the 10-sided die, and then the pitcher's die will be back to orange. That way I'll be able to see the out dice and hopefully be more consistent with the way the outs are supposed to be assigned. Spec Shea is on the mound for the New York Yankees. His ERA was just over 3. That gives him a 4-sided die to add to the 100 rolls. And Minnie Minoso is leading off today for the New York Cubans. He steps into the box. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. 90, ground ball to shortstop. And there you have the first out, Cleveland Clark. Yesterday was quite the slugfest. We're playing best of 3 series. The last 2 series we did best of 7, but I want to play more years, and I don't want to take the whole year to do that. So best of 3 series. Here is Cleveland Clark. That is a 70 fly ball to center field. Joe DiMaggio makes that catch. 2 up and 2 down for the Cubans. Here is Silvio Garcia, a very talented shortstop for the New York Cubans. 81, that's a fly ball to right field. 3 up and 3 down for the New York Cubans. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees coming to bat. If you did not watch yesterday's game, the first few minutes are an explanation of how to play Deadball baseball. There are a couple other sites that show also on YouTube how to play Deadball baseball. It's a good game and a wonderful game for teams that you don't have stats. That you don't have other car companies have made those teams, because you can use their stats. And stats, by the way, come from seamheads.com for the Negro Leagues, and I'm using Baseball Reference for the Yankees. Snuffy Sternweiss, the second baseman, leads off for New York in the bottom of the first, and that is wrong dice. Lino Donoso is the pitcher for the Cubans. He had a low 2s earned run average, so they will give him a 8-sided die to add to the 100 rolls. All right, now here's the pitch to Sternweiss. 42 is a fly ball to 7, the left fielder. Caught by Cleveland Clark, 1 out. Phil Rizzuto comes to bat. He had a banner day yesterday, going 3-4-6. That is an 11. That's going to be a single for Rizzuto. We'll roll the 20-sided die to see what kind of hit, and it is a single. Here is George McQuinn batting third today for the Yankees. The pitch from Donoso, 98, is a ground ball to shortstop. That's above 70, so it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And that ends the first. We go to the top of the second. Cubans nothing and the Yankees nothing. Talented first baseman Lorenzo Cabrera leads off the top of the second for the New York Cubans. 26 will be a hit. We'll roll the 20-sided dice to see what kind of a hit that's going to be. 4 is a single. Here's Claro Duaney. No outs, man on first. Batter's target for Duaney is 32. On base target is 41. And that is a 93. It's a fly ball to right field, taken by the Yankee right fielder, Tommy Heinrich, 1 down. Here's Fernando Diaz. He led off yesterday. His batter target is a 29. On base is 36. Here's the pitch to Fernando Diaz, a fast runner. All right, that is a 22. That's going to be a hit for Duaney. And 16 is going to be Diaz. That's a hit for Diaz. 16 will be a double. And that will score the run, Cabrera. 1-0 Cubans on the RBI double. Lou Loudon, the catcher. 97 is a ground ball to third base. Runner holds at third. That would, in the game, that would be called a non-productive out. He does not advance. Whenever I have a runner at second, they're going to advance to third on ground balls to the right side. Here's Ted Pages, the center fielder, 2 outs, still a man in scoring position. The pitch to Pages is a 38. Pages' target is 24, so that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. That'll end the inning, but the New York Cubans break out on the scoreboard. They lead 1-0. Lino Donoso is completing his warm-up tosses here in the bottom of the second inning. He is a left-handed pitcher. 1947 is his first professional season in the top levels of baseball. His best year came in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, and he did spend some time with the Pirates. But in 1954, with the Pirates AAA team in the Pacific Coast League, the Hollywood Stars, won 19 games and lost only 8 with a 2.37 earned run average. Joe DiMaggio steps into the box to start the bottom of the second inning for the Yankees. That is a 64. That will be a fly ball to center field, taken by Ted Pages. 1 out. Here is Tommy Heinrich. Targets are 29 and 37 for on base. That is a 34, and it's between the 29 and 37, so it's a base on balls for Tommy Heinrich. First walk of the game. Here's Billy Johnson, who had a big day yesterday. He was the star of the game, 4 for 6, homer, triple, and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Billy Johnson, and his target is 29. That is a 94. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, and it will be of the double play variety. Runner on first, ground balls that are over 70 are double plays. And that ends the second inning. We go to the top of the third. Cubans 1 and the Yankees nothing. Lino Donoso will lead off the top of the third inning. His batter's target is 22, and his on-base target is 22. He didn't draw any walks, apparently, in 47. So he's going to be up there swinging. Here's the pitch to Donoso from Spec Shea. That's a 2, and that's going to be a hit for the pitcher, Shea. And 5 is a single. Hit for the pitcher Donoso off of Shea. So Donoso's on first. No outs. Top of the order, and Minnie Minoso comes to the box. 355 hitter. That's an 89. You add all three together, and that will be a fly out to center field. 1 down. Donoso stays at first. Cleveland Clark. '91 is a strikeout. Now, Silvio Garcia, he is the best hitter on the New York Cubans. 34 is his batter's target. 40 is the on base. And 25 is going to be a hit for Silvio Garcia. 10 is a single two-base advance. So Donoso goes to third, and the New York Cubans have runners on the corners. There are 2 outs. The infield's playing normal depth. Here is Lorenzo Cabrera. 74 is going to be a pop-up to shallow left field. That's the third out. The Cubans don't score. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Cubans. It'll be the bottom portion of the Yankee lineup for the last of the third. Johnny Lundell, Aaron Robinson, and pitcher Spec Shea. Here's the pitch to Lundell. His batter's target is 28. And that's going to be a base hit. 15 is under 28, so 5 is a single. Second hit for the Yankees off Donoso. Here is the catcher, Aaron Robinson. His target is 27. 31 is over the target, but within the walk range. So Aaron Robinson will take first. 2 men on, no outs for the Yankees. Here's the pitcher, Spec Shea. 20 is his target. Likely will be up there to bunt. And bunting, that is this chart here. We roll a 6-sided die. And the roll is 4. And it's a successful sacrifice. Let's roll again to see the direction of bunt, like in Fall Classic. It'd be third base. So runners go up. Sacrifice 5-4. Top of the order, and Snuffy Sternweiss. All right, in Deadball baseball, you can play the infield in, but I can't do it the way they do it in this game because we don't have individually rated defenders. And so we're not using the defensive role chart, which is on the A table, but we do defense. We've explained that how we do it based on team, but I can't. I'm playing the game differently, so I can't use their infield in. I'll use Fall Classics infield in rules, and that is if the ball's hit on the ground, the runner on third holds. If it's an odd number, the batter is out. If it's an even, it rolls through the infield. So that's the way we'll do infield in, and the Cubans aren't going to play the infield in for Snuffy Sternweiss. His batter's target is 26. On base target is 37. Here's the pitch from Nino Donoso, left-hander. That is a single, or that's a base hit. And the hit is a double for Sternweiss. Two base events. Both runners will score. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead in the third. This is Murderer's Row. They can put things together. Here is Phil Rizzuto, a hot batter. 4.47 in this series. Hitting over 500. Here's the pitch to the scooter, Phil Rizzuto. 58. He'll be out this time. Ground ball to third. Runner holds at second. Here's George McQuinn. 2 outs. McQuinn, a 304 hitter. Here's the pitch. That is 81. The ground ball to second base. Caught by Fernando Diaz. A throw to first. 3 outs. The Yankees take a lead with 2 runs. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-1 Bronx Bombers. Claro Dueño leads off the fourth for the Cubans. He flied out his first time up. And this is a strikeout this time out. 1 down. Fernando Diaz. Batter's target is 29 and on base is 36. There's the pitch to Fernando Diaz. That's going to be a hit. And 19 is going to be a triple for the speedy Fernando Diaz. Did not hit any homers in 47, but he's on third with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Lou Loudon. The Yankees will play the infield in. The pitch to Loudon is a 54. It's a strikeout. 0s and 1s are strikeouts. And here is Ted Pages. 2 down, the infield's back. 32 is the roll to Ted Pages, and that is a base on balls. So Spec Shea works carefully to Pages with the pitcher on deck. Donoso comes up. He's a batter's target 22. Here's the pitch to the opposing pitcher, Donoso. And that is a 28, a fly ball to left field that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth, the Yankees 2 and the Cubans 1. All right, Joe DiMaggio leads off for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. They're up by a run. 30 is going to be a hit for DiMaggio. 9 is a single. Yankee Clipper is at first. Swings that bat with a graceful swing and no stride. Here is Tommy Heinrich. Then also goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch to Old Reliable. Tommy Heinrich, 68. That's a strikeout. 0s and 1s are strikeouts. Billy Johnson rolled into a double play his first time up. And this is going to be a double play this time as well. Started by the third baseman, Minnie Minoso. 5, 4, 3. That ends the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. 2-1 Yankees. All right, Manny Minoso will lead off the top of the fifth inning for the New York Cubans. He was known as the Cuban Comet and played a long time in professional baseball. He was the first black Latino player to play in the major leagues when he was called up by the White Sox. Made appearances through 1980 to play in all the different decades. Here's the pitch to Manny Minoso. And that's going to be a hit for Minoso. A single. Here is the steal chart for Deadball Dice Baseball, and Minoso is going to try to take second. There he goes. A 5 is going to be safe. Stolen base for Manny Minoso. Cleveland Clark is going to try to butt him to third. We'll use a gray 6-sided dice for direction, and the 5 is the success of the bunt. Here's the roll toward third base. 3 is a successful sacrifice. Minoso goes to third, 1 down. The batter is Silvio Garcia. He is a 34 target with 40 on base target. Here's a stretch and a pitch by Spec Shea. The Yankee infield is playing in. 27 is going to be a hit for Garcia, and 8 is a RBI single. Oh, no, excuse me. After the bunt, he went to third, so he scores. Minoso crosses the plate, and it is now 2-2. Lorenzo Cabrera's turn to bat. For a full season, he's rated at 16 home runs, a .295 hitter. Here's the pitch to Lorenzo Cabrera. 87 is a ground ball to third, and that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. It's over 70. But the Cubans score once, and they tie the game 2-2. When you play Deadball 1909 dice baseball, it's important to remember to change pitcher dice with each inning. Donoso is a +8 added to the 100 rolls. Johnny Lindell steps into the plate, and it's a 98. That's going to be a pop-up to shallow right field. Claro Dewaney is under it and makes the catch. Aaron Robinson walked his first time up. 68 is a ground ball to first base. Cabrera takes it unassisted. There's 2 outs. Another pitcher, Spec Shea. And 64 is a ground ball to first base. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees. We go to the top of the 6th, 2-2 tie. Claro Dewaney steps in the box to lead off the 6th. He is 0 for 6 in the tournament. Looking to get started here. Let's see what he does. 93 is going to be an out. A line drive to right field, 1 down. Fernando Diaz. Speedy second baseman. Target is 29. On base target 36. 59 is a ground out to shortstop. The scooter, Phil Rizzuto, throws across the diamond to first base. There's 2 outs, and now Lou Loudon, the catcher. Target's 27. And 54 is a ground ball to first base, handled by George McQuinn, who flips to Shea covering. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-2 tie. Snuffy Sternweiss leads off the last of the 6th for the Yankees. 80. That's going to be an out. Ground ball to shortstop. Here's Phil Rizzuto, who's 1 for 2 today and batting .500 for the series. 76 will be a fly ball to center field. Ted Pages calls for it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Here is McQuinn. And that's a 93. That's also a fly out to center field. Yankees go in order. We go to the 7th. 2-2 tie. Again, we're using different fatigue rules in the pitcher fatigue rules for dice ball baseball, allowing 3+ runs in an inning, or 4 over 2 innings, or every run over 4 innings, or every inning pitched past 6 innings. You drop the pitcher 1 die level. Relievers drop for every run allowed. But I don't use that. I stay with my home Apba rules. Three bad things happen to a pitcher, seventh inning beyond, then will lower his pitching grade. So this is a fatigue inning for both pitchers. Spec Shea comes back out to the mound. He is facing Ted Pages, Lino Donoso, and Manny Minoso in the top of the seventh inning. 58 is a fly ball to left field. Johnny Lundell is under it and picks it out of the sky, one down. Here's the pitcher, Lino Donoso, singled and flied out. 23 is just over the target. We'll roll to see if it's an error on the play. Yankees are 981, and that's this chart here that we're using. 5 is an error. Error by the shortstop. So Donoso's on first. Here's by the error by the Scooter Rizzuto. Here's Manny Minoso. 81 is a strikeout. 2 down, and now Cleveland Clark. He has flied out the center and struck out. 13 is going to be a hit for Cleveland Clark. Let's see what kind of a hit. 13 is a two-base double. So Donoso stops at third. Cubans have a threat going in the seventh. Forgot to put the runner on by error. Second and third. Here is Garcia. The 6', 195-pound shortstop steps into the box from the right side. Key moment in this game. Here's the pitch to Silvio Garcia. That's going to be a hit. And a one-base single scores Donoso, who reached by an error, unearned run. Clark goes to third, and the Cubans take a 3-2 lead in the seventh. And that's a third bad thing to happen to Shea, so we need to change the dice on him. Okay, to go one more level toward the bad, it's still a four-sided dice, but now we subtract the four-sided dice from the 100 totals. And as Shea is beyond is tired now. Here is Lorenzo Cabrera, first and third, infield's playing normally, 2 outs. Pitch to Cabrera, whose target is 30 and 36. So 51 is going to be a ground ball to third base. That'll end the inning. Billy Johnson throws to first. 3 outs, but the Cubans score, and they take a 3-2 lead. Joe DiMaggio leads off the bottom of the seventh inning. He is a 32 target, 39 on base target. Pitch from Donoso is 34 is going to be a walk. Donoso's second walk given up. Potential tying runs at first. Tommy Heinrich comes to bat. Heinrich will swing away. His target's 20. Heinrich squares one up. Let's see what kind of hit that is. It's an 8. It will be a single with a 2-base advance. And the Yankees have runners on the corners, nobody out. The Cubans are going to try to avoid a big inning from Murderer's Row, and they're going to play for the double play rather than play the infield in. Billy Johnson, who yesterday was the hero, today has been the GOAT, grounding into two double plays. His target is 29, 35 is on base. Here's the pitch, and he gets a 28. That's going to be below the target, so it's a hit. And a 13 is a 2-base double to tie the score 3-3 in the seventh inning, and it's 3 bad things that happened to Donoso, meaning that we will swap out the 8-sided die and add a 4-sided die. Here is Johnny Lundell, no outs, and I think at this point the Cubans will play the infield in. Uh, 38 is going to be a ground ball to second base. That rolls through because it's an even number for a base hit with the infield playing in. And we'll just call that a 1-base advance. I'm not going to roll the hit die because no possibility for double or for triples and homers on that situation. Here is Aaron Robinson. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Infield moves back. They could walk Robinson to load the bases, but and then pitch to the pitcher. But they're going to pitch to Robinson. Here's the pitch. Infield playing for double play. That is a 57. That's going to be a ground ball to first base. Cabrera throws to Garcia and gets the out at second, but they don't get the out at first. Fielder's choice and a run scores. Score is 5-3 Yankees. Robinson gets not a double play, so he gets an RBI on that play. Here is the pitcher's Spec Shea. $13 is going to be a hit by the pitcher, and it is a one-base single. Yankees have runners at first and second. That is Lindell was the out at second. So Robinson's the runner at second. Shea is the runner at first. Top of the order to Snuffy Sternweiss. Cubans scored 1 on the top of the seventh, but now they've surrendered 3 in the bottom of the inning. Now trailed by 2. That's a hit for Sternweiss. 19. All right, 19 is going to be a double for Sternweiss. 2-base advance. Run scores. So Robinson scores. Shea goes to third. And it is 6-3 Yankees in the 7th inning. Timeout. Martin Crew will be brought in to pitch for the New York Cubans. He had a 3.00 earned run average, so he will be using the 4-sided die and subtracting from the 100 totals. There's only 1 out, runners on second and third, and Phil Rizzuto comes to bat for New York. Pitch from Martin Crew is a 49. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. That is a ground out, but a productive out. Swing result table. If it was roll was 70 or over it, they would have to hold. But it's below 70, and so the runners advance. They're not playing the infield in. And now it's 7-3 Yankees with 2 outs. And the 9th man on the batter, George McQuinn, comes to bat. His target is 30. And he rolls a 43, which is over his on-base target as well. That's a line drive to Fernando Diaz at second base for the 3rd out. But the Yankees score 5 runs in the 7th inning, and they take a 7-3 lead going into the top of the 8th. All right, Spec Shea returns to the mound. Clero Dewaney leads off. Shea is tired, but he's still working. Here's the pitch, and we are subtracting the 4-sided die off the 100 rolls. Dewaney's target's 32. Here's the pitch to Dewaney. That's an out. Fly ball to right field. 1 down. I'm not going to steal. They're 4 runs down. Lou Loudon, the catcher, comes up. 80 is a fly out to right field. 2 outs. Center fielder Ted Pages. And 48 is going to be a fly out to left field. 3 outs for the Cubans. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-3 Yankees. Martin Crew will have Joe DiMaggio, Tommy Heinrich, and Billy Johnson in the bottom of the 8th inning. Crew is adding the 4-sided die to the 100 total. 75 is a ground ball to first base. Tommy Heinrich. $50 is a fly out to left. Both the first 2 Yankees hitters hit the ball to the opposite way. Here is Billy Johnson. Doubled his last time up. 44 is going to be a strikeout. We go to the 9th. Yankees 7, Cubans 3. The Yankees will have a new pitcher in the ninth. That's Joe Page. He's the primary reliever. His ERA was 2.48, so he will add a dice 8 to the 100 total. New York Cubans will pitch it for their pitcher, Martin Crew. That'll be another pitcher, though. Scalaberry will be pitch hitting. He was a 290 hitter. So 29 is his target. 33 is his on-base target. Joe Page using the 8 die. Here's the pitch. That is a 67 ground ball to shortstop. Rizzuto makes the play. One down in the ninth, top of the order to Minnie Minoso. 38 for Minoso is a walk. And the Cubans need base runners. Fast runner at first. Here is Cleveland Clark. 26 is a target. 55 is going to be a line drive to the third baseman, Billy Johnson. 2 outs. And here is Silvio Garcia. Last opportunity for the New York Cubans. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a hit for Garcia. And 13 is a 2-base double. Minoso goes to third. Garcia is 4 for 5 today. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. And here is Lorenzo Cabrera. His target is 30, and 36 is on base. 78 is a ground ball to second base. Snuffy Sternweiss has it, throws to first, and that's the ball game. The final score is the New York Yankees 7 and the New York Cubans 3. We'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, Game 2 of the Super Series between the New York Cubans and the New York Yankees brings the conclusion of the series because the Yankees take the best-of-3 series, 2-0. The Cubans scored 3 runs. 11 hits and no errors. The Yankees had 7 runs on 9 hits, and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher was Spec Shea, 8 innings, 2 earned runs. And the losing pitcher was Lino Donoso, 6 1/3 innings and 7 earned runs. Star of today's game for the Yankees was Snuffy Sternweiss. He goes 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. For the series, Sternweiss was 3 for 8 with 3 RBIs. Silvio Garcia for the Cubans went 4 for 5 today with 3 singles and a double. But the star is Snuffy Sternweiss. All right, that's Deadball baseball, Deadball 1909 baseball. There's another, the third and fourth edition, which I have not seen yet. I think the third edition will do something about adding wild pitches and unusual plays for numbers that roll above 100. I'm not seeing how exactly that works yet. I played 4 games with Deadball baseball, and a lot of runs have been scored in the last 2 games. 11-9 was the score yesterday, 7-3 today. 2 practice games I played before was 5-2 and 5-1. So I think it's a good game if you don't have the stats for a team and you really want to play that team. And that's what we did here. We'll start a new series tomorrow. And that new series will move to 1946, the Newark Eagles and the St. Louis Cardinals. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless.